And we're back, right where we left off. Now, I had a quick look around to see what I'd missed and what I'd messed up. There's always that maintenance bill that needs to be paid. First thing I noticed was I never actually finished these tiles up here, and that has accidentally let some polluted oxygen in here, which has completely negated the vacuum I made, which is slightly frustrating. I'm going to have to seal those tiles up and make sure all of that gets removed out of there, preferably before the volcano goes, supernova. So we'll stick in a couple of tiles up there to get that, and we're going to have to replace the fan, unfortunately. And yeah, slightly annoying, but we can sort this out. Shouldn't be too much difficulty, and I'll let that run for a bit, and it'll eventually vacuum everything back out again. And we can come back when it's fully operational. Now, the rest of this episode is going to be dedicated towards acquiring lots and lots of resources. The problem is I'm running out of the raw materials I need to actually, well, keep refining constantly. So what we're going to do here is we are going to get lots and lots of resources. Now, what I want to do here is I want to actually go across this side here and keep everything I can in place and basically get all this water and let it flow back towards my polluted water tank. This would be one of the tactics I would use if I hadn't have found my slush geyser at the very start. This would have allowed me to, well, accumulate an awful lot of polluted water. And why did that bring me back there? Eggshells, lime. Actually, did I queue up eggshells? Yeah, I didn't queue up eggshells and lime here. There we go. And it was new printables I was looking for. 1 second. Yeah, what I'm really looking for here is a dig dug. Someone with some interests in, building, construction, that kind of thing. Even carry, because they're going to be getting into suit wearing and that type of thing. But yeah, if I didn't have access to that slush geyser that was giving me all this water, I definitely would have done something like this at the start and done a massive water collection, just to make sure I didn't have to worry about it for a long time. Oh, and I accidentally cracked open this sour gas area, so I am going to want to give myself more space. I want to let all this sour gas accumulate up here. If it accumulates up here, it's not causing me a problem. I just don't want it mixing with the rest of my gases, so I'll create a little bit of a pocket here. There's not really much you can do with sour gas. You can condense it down by freezing it, but you pretty much have to get up to supercoolant to make it worthwhile. Otherwise, it's just wasted gas. So for the time being, I'm just going to let it accumulate up here and keep it out of the way of everything else. I don't want this getting anywhere near the rest of my carbon dioxide, because when I start running slicksters, I don't want the slicksters being trapped in sour gas where they can't eat. And yes, my saves are becoming a lot slower. Catalytics. Fine. Go away research, and it's hey, I was trying to check on skills. Why is that? These these things keep updating so quickly? I keep clicking on the wrong ones today. Oh yeah, this is definitely something I can fast forward. Oh, I tested learning recently, and it definitely does actually improve skill gain, even in the current patch. So I'm going to start getting more of my dupes into the research field so they can get a few extra points in learning so they can skill up faster. Okay, now we're going to do damage, overheating. Oh, great. That's going to keep alerting until I get in there. You know what? Don't care. Let's get some of these up to priority 6. Polluted water tank is looking okay. I still haven't put in an overflow system for that yet. Deconstruct to you. And how's your volcano looking? Oops. Actually, wait, no. Is that? Oh, that could be problematic. Okay, get that all out of there now. Oops. Let's make this all priority 7. Does any of it fall down here? No. Yeah, this has been a complete mess getting this up and running. Also, I noticed I forgot to put in a diamond temperature shift plate tile there. Actually, when does this go dormant? 5 cycles. Alright, so we're only going to get 5 cycles of anything out of this. Not the best. Let's move debris into storage. Actually, let's make that a level 6. Make those level 6. Now, did any of that vacuum get broken down there? No, actually, yeah, these doors won't open in a manner that would allow it to happen. Okay, we'll let that tidy itself up. Now, a bunch of the nastier gases have trapped themselves up here. For example, there's the chlorine, the rest of it below it is carbon dioxide. This means if I do just a little bit more digging, I can actually seal this area off, and then I'll just allow my duplicants to cut in here. This will become above ground part of the base. Um, I really don't want those larvae sitting on top of a volcano. I should find a way to remove those at some point. Now, yeah, so most of this is going to be resource acquisition. I really need a lot of resources right now. I can't really run my industrial brick if I've no actual resources to mine. And we can keep going on over this direction, I think. Because I want to get down and demolish whatever that door is. And also free up a bunch of oil. A few things I went through. Yeah, this abyssalite here, it's not too hot, so I'm going to like strip off the top of that. And I can strip off the top of this if memory serves as well. It's just if you go down here, you see the abyssalite is 234. That's not so bad. You go down a bit further, Some of these ones though, like this one's 1574 degrees. So you can strip down, shave off some of this abyssalite sometimes and it won't cause you a big deal. Other times it will be rather crippling. So just be really, really careful when dealing with abyssalite in the oil biome. Or next thing you know, you'll be swimming in sour gas, everything will overheat, and yeah, that would be bad. We're going to increase the size of this oil tank as well. And take all of this junk out. And do I want to touch down here? I think you'll notice down here, all this abyssalite is actually only about 80 degrees, so I can handily dig this away and not have to worry about it. But the abyssalite down here is over 1,000 degrees, so if I crack that open, I'm going to end up with some boiled oil if I'm not careful. So I'm just going to go out of my way to avoid that. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, and lots more tasty fossil. I'm just making this liquid tank bigger so I have a bigger oil supply to draw on. I want to make sure I have all the crude oil. Now I'm going to be putting in a petroleum boiler, probably in the next episode. I'll do a bit of prep work on it in this, but I'd like to point out the petroleum boiler is not absolutely positively necessary. It's only necessary if you want to go for full sustainability. If you just want to get up to space, build some rockets, play around for about 1,000 cycles, you can get away without building an oil boiler. It's just if you want to go full sustainability so that you can keep going forever, then an oil boiler and a couple of oil wells, preferably 3 if we could find a third one, can allow you to do that with a little bit of effort, which makes it worthwhile. No, the chlorine's still there. But if you're just interested in getting up to space and then quitting out after that because you find yourself getting a bit bored at that point, yeah, no need to worry. Do I have piping through here? Yeah, I'm going to have to get rid of that water at some point. But I'm actually in no hurry. And wow, we've managed to compress that oxygen up quite heavily. What's the pressure down here? 5 kilos. I'm going to have to deal with this carbon dioxide at some point before it gets to 20 kilos of pressure in here, so I have a little bit of time to spare. You can dig all the way through there. We want all of that liquid gone. And while we're at it, let's grab in a few fish traps. Great thing about fish traps actually is you can just build them here, and any fish can actually get caught even when they're flopping along the ground. I just want to make sure all these fish that are over here do get added to my central polluted water tank. I like to keep them alive so I can get more eggshells, which means I can get more lime, which means I can get more steel. As I pointed out, steel, best thing you can possibly have. Oh, yeah, I don't want to crack that open until I've dealt with most of the liquids in there. Yeah, actually, we'll make this out of sedimentary rock. There's going to be lots of sedimentary rock around here in the slime biome. Now, what's all going? Yeah, I don't care about you. Don't care about you just yet. Research, have we got everything? I think we've hammered out all the research except for basic rocketry. That's the last one. Yeah, we won't need to touch this again until we actually go to space and start working on the space biome. Now, how are you doing down here? When's your next eruption? 0.6 of a cycle. We'll come back and tune in for that. At the moment, yeah, we got a vacuum in there. Okay, sweet. Uh, Buildings. Now, I want to actually get back in here. Oh, is that polluted oxygen? Yes, it is. I want to get back in here, but namely so I can get down to here. I want to get in here and put in a temperature shift plate because I totally forgot to do that. And I can do that right now because there's no chance this is going to cause all this liquid to boil just yet. It's still nice and cool. Ooh. This has actually dropped some gold in there already. So we have a little bit of gold coming out. It's going to be freezing cold. The system hasn't warmed up at all yet, so this gold will still be freezing cold. Then we're going to pass the gold. It'll be a little bit hotter when it gets up to speed, but we're going to pass it through this the bottom of the power plant, which should chill it off. And then it's going to travel all the way up and drop off over here, right beside our dedicated gold refinery, where we've been making gold amalgam pretty much, or gold. Actually, I should probably turn off that gold. We're running out of gold amalgam. Oops. Well, that was the whole point of actually mining the entire oil biome out, or mining out this whole area. And why are you guys taking so long to get around to this? Come on. I think I've given them too many jobs. Oh yeah, they were down in the oil biome. Oops. You know what? Let's make all of these a priority 6 over here. I want them to get this finished. Oh, there's a giant vein of iron of gold amalgam. Yeah, we're gonna have to go for that. Once we get rid of the water, we'll do that. I just want to cut across here, seal the whole top of this off, and then I'm going to drop every single piece of water and gold that's up here down, and that should flow into my water tank. Yeah. Whew. That'll take a little time. It'll manage. Now, down in the oil biome, I'm also going to want to cut across. I still want to get that stick through there. I'm going to want to cut across over here, and I'm going to start making space for that volcano. To do that, I'm going to need to find a way. I'm going to need a clean water tank, actually. I need a clean water tank to get rid of this clean water that's down here, and I need somewhere to store it, preferably near my polluted water tank. It might be an idea just to cut it across here and dump it right beside it. Actually, I think I am going to do that. No, actually, there's a reed fiber right there that's going to get in the way, and a reed fiber over here that's going to get in the way. Put it here. Yeah, 3 stories tall. Yeah, out of the way of the chlorine geyser. We can manage that. Okay, inside ladder system for it. We'll make it about there. Now, the reason I want to put my clean water tank near my polluted water tank, the polluted water tank is going to end up actually quite chilly. I'm going to be dumping a lot of cold water from my power plant in there. The clean water tank is going to end up quite hot because I'm going to be dumping hot geyser water in there from my when I start tapping into the geysers that are around the map. And I can dump some of the chill from the polluted water into the hot clean water. Should give me a decent actual cooling, which means I won't be pumping such hot water around the place when I actually get around to using my clean water. Now, one thing I will need to do is strip mine out the whole area above it as well. So let's ladder this up. The reason I use ladders, they just allow debris to drop through. So I don't want any of this debris accumulating. I do want to keep some of these plants up here though. Come on. You can save. I'm already down to about, what, 15 frames per second on this. I don't care about any of those plants. Yeah, you can all go. Yeah, that'll work. Now, these ones up here, I do want to keep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. That gets rid of most of the water. Yeah. No, this is not the most exciting stuff, but people keep claiming they want to see every single tile laid. I get it. Just this would be something I'd normally do off screen. I figure it's not exactly that exciting. It's all just resource harvesting, and more resource harvesting. I mean, we've got 11 tons of steel. We need about 10 more to reliably do space. Preferably, I'd like 20. We've got plenty of ceramic, 48 tons of ceramic, like 30 tons of iron, 17 tons of gold, but not nearly enough gold amalgam. Come on, dupes, start mining faster. The problem is when you get to this point, so many of my tinkerers are being sidetracked by doing these tasks that it's actually eating into my production. How are we looking over here? Have you erupted yet? Yeah, I totally missed the eruption. What happens is the gold just hops down here, just sits on this door, dumps its heat in there, and then, ooh, why have we not actually got that done yet? People can reach it, yep. Oh yeah, no, it's just taking a while. Then after the heat gets dumped in there, it drops down to the second layer and gets trapped inside this door. More heat is absorbed, and then after that it gets dropped down here, where it gets dumped into this conveyor loader and dumped off. It's actually pretty simple. I'll actually include the save game file in this upload, just so you can, if you want to have a play around the map and have a look and see how everything works, or maybe run it for a bit to see what breaks. Just don't tell me what breaks. It's more fun when I find out later. Or, I suppose, more entertaining for other people to watch what happens when it breaks later. Now, those. Missing a few ladder tiles. Where's the fish gone? Oh, I caught the two of them. Excellent. The fish might actually successfully flop all their way along, but I'd prefer to keep them, catch them if I can. Uh, okay, for you, we're going to dig above. Yeah, that seems like a better idea. And we'll put in a couple of ladder chunks here. I don't want to let any of this water escape. It's just too much of a pain to actually pump it. This actually, that stuff I might actually just let go. Yeah, why not? You know what? That's enough. I can live with that much water. Then the rest of this will have to fall. You can go right up there. You can go right up here. Might as well start these ladders now. Ladders are one of the longer things it takes to get done. Uh, is there a need to go up there? No, there's not. Once I get that tank open, that's all I need there. Another ladder system here. Yeah, it'll do. Yeah, right about there. And once they get around to finishing those, I can go about demolishing this, all of it. I want to destroy the lot. I don't want to tap in here because that will cause pathing confusion. So I'm going to leave this sealed off. I don't want my exosuited dupes possibly able to get in there. I'm also going to want to... Ooh, whoa, when did that happen? My water's gone down to... Not terrible, but that's pretty low. Hmm. Okay, that's not emergency level, but it is pretty damn close. I think water is going to be the first thing on the agenda after I finish this liquid tank. I have plenty of polluted water to dump into it. Where do I want to put the pump? Actually, I'm going to put the pump this side. I'm going to sieve some polluted water. I'm going to dump it in there, but I'm going to have to put in a cooling solution to make sure that the water stays at a temperature that I'm comfortable with. Honestly, I could dump 40-degree water into my base right now. It wouldn't make a difference. All my food sources are these igneous rock things. The only thing I'd be worried about is some of these plants going back to being, what do you call it again? Uh, Disabled, whatever they are when they're overheated. Okay, base is looking actually pretty good. Yeah, this whole area down here is just overheated because of all the hot igneous rock I'm bringing in. All the stuff is in, like some of this is 60 degrees. Oof, 74. yeah, there's nothing really much I can do about that much heat without installing a giant cooling solution, which I was just not bothered to do. Yeah, I'll have a quick look at this. Yeah, there's nothing here worth getting really. None of the duplicants really hit my standards. Now, oh, that was silly. I shouldn't have put him in there. You know what, Shine Nymph? You can go. Now that I think about it, that's actually just going to cause the critter centers to go a bit nuts. Hmm. Finish liquid tank and then cure my water problems. That's probably the simplest things to do. Now, igneous rock. Yep, and oh, actually deconstruct you as well. I might want to put in a liquid lock on this and make it a vacuum just to keep the temperature in. If I'm dumping hot water in here, might be a plan. Actually, can I fit it in here without this inconveniently placed chlorine geyser? Say there. Actually, that could work out. Hmm. You know what? Yeah, we'll put in an insulated tank top on that. Yeah, I think that'll work. So I insulate this, dump in the hot water, and then the hot water won't be able to actually affect anything outside it. Oh, and deconstruct you. Wow, okay, that polluted water tank's actually getting really, really full really quickly. Maybe I should have made it a little bigger. Actually, no, I've made my last game. I put in such huge tanks that I've learned my lesson. You only need a tank this size is usually more than enough to provide you in between, geyser eruption periods. And I can't access any of the resources down here because that's only one tile high. So you know what? Let's just dig that out as well. Now, I think I've queued up enough there. Let's maybe zoom out for a bit and see what's happening. Oh, nope, I missed the volcano again. Though we're still getting a little bit of gold. You can see the gold that dropped out over here. We got 600 kilos of gold right there. That dropped right out of that vent, so that's what the volcano has actually provided us already. Already pretty much worth the time investment. Almost. Move debris into storage. Okay, once I get that debris out of there, I can seal that back up so that can actually work. Yeah, the water's not even close to boiling. We're fine. Yeah, obsidian. Seal that up, and then seal up those top two. Now, someone was mentioning I should use these information overlays. They are actually pretty handy now that I've seen them. So that somehow chlorine's gotten in there. Actually, that's always been in there, hasn't it? Let's get rid of that there. Hopefully we can drive that chlorine out of there. Okay, and here we go on a volcanic eruption. You can see the gold just pours right down here, hits this steel door. Steel door is basically connected by this temperature shift plate. So it's sucking the heat out of the door really quickly. So it hasn't even gone above 100 degrees there yet. It will end up going up to about 150 once this water in here starts to boil. But you can see the gold here is rapidly plummeting in temperature. In fact, two doors opened here at the bottom and dropped out the gold. That gold got dumped into the conveyor loader and is going away. See, oof, I really should have slowed this down a lot more. So now this new fresh gold is now trapped in between these two doors. So when this door closes, it's going to trap it inside the door. And one of the quirks of this game is when debris gets trapped inside a door, especially a steel door, its thermal conductivity goes way up, way, way up. And this allows us to just drain the heat out of this really, really, really quickly. And that's it. This cooling loop in here, this is just cooling down this area, and this loop goes around cooling the steam turbine. And it actually provides a bit of cooling down here for the batteries, which also, with a temperature shift behind there, dumps cooling in here to make sure this water will never boil. Now, this contraption is a little bit complicated, I will admit, but I designed this so that it would work on any volcano. Gold, copper, iron, it does not care. I tested this on two iron volcanoes dumping directly into it. It ate both of them no problems. And because it manages to cool the metal so quickly, it won't actually ever form any metal tiles. Well, that's the theory. You need a certain amount of liquid metal in one spot to form a metal tile. This should be almost impossible. Now, we are going to see if there's any gas left in these pipes before we close this off. How are we looking? Nope. I'm going to destroy that gas pump then. We've got a perfect vacuum in here. This thing should be maintenance free forever and just spit us out gold so long as we keep providing it with a bit of power. Power which we actually have an abundance of. Now, what are you missing? No, we got 14 tons of fossil. That means we're going to be able to produce a hell of a lot more steel. How's our steel looking? Our steel's looking nice. Yeah, all that done. Oh, I never put in a way to get in here on top, did I? That. That. And actually, we can get some of that chlorine out. We don't care. And how's our ladders looking? Oh, damn it, that fish is not coming down. Oh, there we go. Okay, so the fish managed to actually flop down here. Eh, hey, stop eating my algae. You know what? Let's put in a fish trap for you. How has this liquid not poured down? I don't get the viscosity of liquid in this game. It's very bizarre. It is slowly pouring down, but that's going to take forever. Actually, is this stuff infected with slime lung? No, zero surface germs. Okay, fine, fine. There we go. You got caught. Actually, I do want to get this fish out of here as well. You know what? Deconstruct you and deconstruct you. I want to be able to get at that meat. Uh, 1 second, I'll do a bit of a jump cut. I've been doing too many wide cuts. Okay, I've come up with a plan. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to seal off this area here, and that's going to become part of my upper area. I don't want this. Actually, 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll make this here. You know, I'll give those top 2 layers. They can have them. Yeah. Then after I've sealed this off, I'll let them be able to cut in here. I'm going to actually queue up an awful lot of dig commands, an absolute insane amount. And then after I've done that, I'm going to zoom out and fast forward the hell out of it, just so that we can get a whole bunch of this done. I want to collect as much resources as possible and stop this faffing about. Now, well, once it finishes saving. So there's going to be a lot of moving around, unfortunately, while this happens. I'm going to need a collection area. I think this will be our collection area down here. Yeah, I'm going to cut straight across. Uh, Actually, there's not even a point in doing insulated tiles. We're just going to use regular ones because it's faster. Oh, damn you. Yeah, that'll do. And everything above this line goes. The whole lot of it. Okay, I'm going to try and fast forward this a bit, so this might make people a little bit queasy because I'm going to be scrolling sideways doing lots of ladder segments. Apologies in advance. Okay, there we go. That's the start of getting this done. Well, this area done. Now I'm also going to queue up more. When I said I was going to demolish huge chunks of the map, I wasn't joking. I'm going to also finish queuing up here, and then I'm also going to queue up the slime biome. I want the entire slime biome over on the left-hand side gone, or the right-hand side, bottom right. That needs to go also. Uh, this is going to slow down me getting my fresh water supply, but I'm not really that worried, to be honest. That's a pretty quick solution, and worst case scenario, I can dump in some 40-degree water if I really need to. So anyway, I'm going to go back to fast forwarding this here, and I'll be back to you in a wee bit. Actually, I'll fast forward it once I get over here so that I'm not making people as nauseous. Back to your regularly scheduled fast forwarding. Okay. Whew. That was a lot of dig queues. Now, we take out of this. Gold amalgam, 26 tons. We're going to need a lot more than that. 59 tons of iron ore. Yeah, what one of these have I turned off and what have I turned on? Building disabled. Building disabled. No, returning you on. Building disabled. Nope, returning you on as well. Actually, we're going to turn you on too. A lot of them are going on. Now, that will slow down the actual. Hmm, that will slow down the digging because my tinkerers will be off tinkering instead of digging. But I can live with that. Now, new printables. One moment. Ooh, we have a contender. Quick learner with supply, build, and research. All things our dig dogs would be interested in. And I can't remember if you're dig dog 3 or 4. Yeah, the reason I call them dig dogs is I think it's something to do with a computer game. Someone I knew mentioned it one time, dig dug. So when I was building diggers, I just called them dig dogs. Actually, we'll call you 5 and we'll see if we've messed you up. See if there is an actual 4. Everyone else is pretty decent, but this is excellent. +3 to learning, +5 in construction to start. Supply, build, and research interests means they'll have minimum morale requirements to get quite good. Now, let's go back to home base. And we're going to sort you by names. Is everyone sorted by names? Nope. We sort you by names. So we have a Dig Dug 3. We don't have a Dig Dug 4. Okay, Dig Dug. Slight renaming. Okay, so they'll go into the gym right now and they can start taking care of that. You know what? I don't care about the skill points right now. Everyone's got more than enough skill points to do what they're going to do. I think we're just going to zoom out for a bit and let this all play out for just a little while anyway. Ooh, that is so many dig commands. Dear Lord. Let's see how the little dupes have been doing. We still have 16 of them. That's a good sign. Mm, okay, still not done with all the jobs, though our polluted water tank is looking quite healthy. That's actually going to overflow. You know what? I don't care. I think I'm going to cut this out here. What I'm going to do next round is I'm going to fix up the water tank. Next cycle, I want to get this water tank running so we have sustainable clean water coming in. I'll probably feed it off the polluted water tank because my polluted water tank is going to become self-sustaining after a while. It's going to take them, ooh, yeah, it's going to take them a while to finish all of that out. I might actually, maybe better do a fast forward now and get rid of all of that. And how much we got left to do over here? Oh, actually, I missed a piece. We're going to get rid of all of you and all of you. You know what? We'll let out all that chlorine as well. We don't care. Nice. For the time being, we have 22 tons of gold, 33 tons of iron. We have almost 20 tons of steel. We've got about enough steel that we could start tackling space now if we wanted to. I don't want to. I want to sort out the water and I want to sort out a petroleum boiler. Yeah, my composts are probably running a little bit overtime at the moment as the further I go into this slime biome, the more polluted dirt I'm going to encounter just from rotted meat from animals that have been trapped in there for long periods of time. Uh, this is okay. It's slowly going down. I was thinking I might have to add a third reed fiber just to keep up with all that sewage. Seems not necessary. Wow. Yeah, those dupes did a good job of the digging. I mean, they didn't get everything done, but considering it was only about 5 cycles, 5 or 6 cycles, they did an awful lot of good work in 5 or 6 cycles. I am going to end up with some more fish falling down here at some point, so let's put in a few more fish traps. Yeah, I know it's a bit weird putting fish traps on the ground, but hey, it works. You can also catch fish that come out of your gateway that way if you want. Though I don't think I've got any pacu fish that have been spawned. Let's check our printables. Yeah, still no pacu fish. Clean water? Actually, I might. Yeah, the clean water will actually help us. Yeah, let's grab some clean water. That will actually help with our little problem down here. We'll get rid of you. And we'll actually start having to up priorities here. That's taken care of. Plumbing. So yeah, next up I think we'll be sorting out this clean water tank. I'm going to want to make sure that I don't have to worry about clean water ever again. It'll just be one less maintenance thing I have to worry about. And after taking care of that, I'll finish off the last of the digging and start doing prep work on the petroleum boiler. The petroleum boiler is going to be a hybrid, like I said, so I want to make sure I can access a whole lot of geothermal magma. So I'm going to do a bit of prep work in the oil biome, demolish some areas, maybe vacuum out a chunk so I can get access to the magma without, boiling the whole base alive. I'm also going to want to get rid of, I have a clean water. I was going to put my clean water through that. Actually, that's not selected, Grant. But I'll just dump this water in here and I think we'll call it a day. Um, yeah, reasonably good day. Reasonably good day. Uh, 1 second. Clean water. Sure, I'll leave it at that and good luck and I hope you enjoyed.